What is going on, everybody? James Black Tech Committee here, and today I'll be reviewing the third generation AirPods. Now, these are very similar to the AirPods Pro in a lot of ways, and I feel that these are a fantastic upgrade from your first generation or second generation AirPods in a lot of ways, with the exception of one, and I'll get to that in a minute. Honestly, when it comes to sound quality and mic quality, these knock these out of the park 100%. Generation ones I have here, so if you're upgrading from these to these, sound quality, you'll love it. Mic quality, you'll love it. The one area you might not love it, now granted, this is, everybody's gonna be different, and I might have different tastes than you, but it is gonna be the fit. Because as you can see here with the two AirPods, let me grab those right here. Here is what the first generation ones look like, and the second generations are very similar to it. There's really not that much of a difference, but here is the third generation ones. Now the third generation ones look very similar to the AirPods Pro, minus the rubber tip on the end there. So you can tell there's a sizable difference. So when you put this in your ear, like I put the first generation one right there, totally fine. Have no issues, very comfortable. I love the feel of it. I notice it's there, but it's just like almost just weightless in a way. So it doesn't really bother me that much. Now when you put the AirPods third generation in, I don't know, it just feels different. It feels like I can't get it as far in there, and I don't really get that comfortable of a feel. And it feels also it's a little bit looser too, though. See, with the first generation ones, the second generation ones too, it'd be like a double tap feature, and that would activate Siri. With the third generation ones, it's the pressing of the stem, which that would do is that would end up activating Siri or doing any of the kind of different activations to it. So pressing the stem does the same thing as double tapping does on the first generation, second generation ones. And the problem with this is without that silicone tip right here, these kind of actual come out of your ear a little bit, at least in my personal experience. When you do that press, when you're using the pros will stay in there because that silicone tip actually holds it in there while you're pressing it. Double tapping, obviously you're not gonna be knocking it out or anything like that because you're pressing inward. So, and I feel the double tapping was fine. I would like to have seen it if they, and this goes for the pros as well, instead of only allowing you to actually press the stem, if they actually allowed you to choose between, do I want to press stem or do I want to double tap like I did with the first and second gen AirPods? That being said, I do think that these are a solid upgrade from the first or second gen AirPods. Now, like I said, you might not like the feel, and keep that in mind because the fit might not be right for everybody. I think that also goes the other way around. If you are someone who didn't like the first generation, the feel of the first or second gen AirPods, you might actually like this a lot better. This might actually be a better fit for you. Now, I personally feel it might be the better route to go with the AirPods Pros if you're looking to upgrade, just because they're honestly only $20 more. About $10 to $20 more depending on where you go. And actually, this is the thing too, and I'll let you guys know, I was actually looking at some of the Black Friday ads from Walmart earlier though, and this might even extend to other stores too. But right now, so far, when I looked at Walmart's Black Friday ad, they are going to be selling the AirPod Pros for $159. So actually, you could be getting AirPod Pros for $20 less than the AirPod third generations. So keep that in mind, and you'll pretty much be getting what you get out of this, minus the better battery life. That's the only thing, the one main thing you actually will get in the AirPods third generation over the AirPods Pro is better battery. Because actually I was gonna say MagSafe as well, but they actually have stealthily upgraded the case on AirPods Pro to having MagSafe as well, which actually will be really nice as well. Now granted, like I said in my unboxing video, I don't really know who is gonna be using, or like who would really miss like putting this little small square onto a wireless charging pad, or finding the right spot, but having MagSafe is a nice little feature to add to it anyway. And that's gonna be something that's gonna be on the Pros as well. So really the only thing that I could think of right off the top of my head that you'll be getting out of these, that you won't be getting out of the Pros, is gonna be better battery life. But that's not to say the battery life on the Pros are bad. They're good, these are just a little better. And I feel that with the customizations you could get with the AirPods Pros, with the silicone ear tips, you got the small, medium, and large. And if you don't like the silicone ear tips, you could also use memory foam ear tips as well if you don't like the silicone feel. So you have some options out there. So that's pretty much my take of this though. You can try the AirPods third generation if you want to. I personally recommend, especially knowing that the AirPods Pros are going to be $20 less than this on Black Friday, I recommend going with the Pros. Just go with the Pros. If you absolutely like this version, if you like this feel of the AirPods, then go with the same. And if you're someone like myself who still owns first generation, then go with the second gen. You get some extra software features with the second gen over the first gen, and you also get that wireless charging case. You don't get MagSafe, and you also don't get spatial audio or noise canceling and things like that. Now, keep in mind, actually, another thing I will mention, speaking of noise canceling, you do get with the Pros, over these, you do get transparency mode and noise cancellation. Now, I know a lot of people out there saying oh, it doesn't really matter if you have, because since these are open back design, that it doesn't really matter if transparency, because these are technically have transparency from being open back. But see, the thing is too, even as I'm talking right here, I could definitely tell my voice is muffled. You can't have a conversation, at least for me personally, you can't have a conversation like this. I've used the Pros. I've used transparency mode before. And honestly, the transparency mode, being able to have transparency mode and have the sound from your surroundings pumped into your speakers here on the little earbuds, that is miles better than having a conversation like this with either the first generation, second generation, or even the third generation AirPods just stuck in your ears, because you will get that kind of muffled sound of having a conversation. So I always find myself taking out one AirPod to have a conversation and then putting it back in. With the Pros, I just turn on transparency mode, and then I can just have a conversation like this, no issue at all. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of people out there are saying oh, you don't need transparency mode, because you can still have a conversation, you can still hear your surroundings. Yes and no. You can still hear your surroundings, but not nearly as good as you can with transparency mode. Anyway, I know I kind of went on a little bit of a tangent here. This has been a long video, a little longer than I was anticipating. But what I will probably say with these, get them if you want to. I recommend going with the Pros, but that's just my take on it. But let me know down in the comment section below. Do you guys have AirPods 3rd generation? Do you guys love them? Do you guys hate them? What are you guys gonna think? What do you guys think? As always, it's been James Blight Tech. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one.